Author and intimacy expert Laura M. Brotherson, host of the Marital Intimacy Show, educates and inspires women to create a mutually fulfilling, intimate, and passionate marital relationship, emotionally, spiritually, and sexually.
Hi there. Welcome to the Marital Intimacy Show, available at themaritalintimacyshow.com. My name is Laura Brotherson. Thanks for tuning in today. Well, we get to talk about sex today. How fun is that? The title of this episode, number 24, is The Blissful Caress. So let's get started. So the purpose of this episode is to teach you about something that you can either add to your lovemaking as part of foreplay or something you can do as part of the sensate focus exercises that will help you to awaken and develop your sexuality as a couple. So let's start with talking about this blissful caress as a part of foreplay, a part of your lovemaking. Let's start with what is it? What is this blissful caress? Well, it's probably the most exquisite, barely touching touch that sensitizes the body and even electrifies it everywhere it touches the skin. So here's how I explain it in my book, and they were not ashamed. I'm on page 246. I'm talking about it as part of the sensate focus exercises, but this will just give you a really good idea of what is this blissful caress. Okay, so I'm quoting here now. Imagine your hand drawing sexual energy to the surface of the skin everywhere you touch the body. You will barely touch the body as your hand slowly glides over her skin from head to toe, including sexual areas. Like a soft breeze blowing across the body, the giver can caress both the front and back of the body with his open hand. As the giver's hand slides along the body, it will feel almost as if tiny, soft kisses are being placed wherever the hand touches. The intent of the blissful caress is to awaken sexual sensations from the depths of the soul rather than to simply arouse sexually. This caress sensitizes the body and helps awaken the sexual responses. The giver should make every caress a conscious movement, being attentive to the awakening energy in his or her spouse. As the receiver closes her eyes and concentrates on savoring every sensation, she may begin to feel those sexual stirrings. The whole body should feel electrified with energy, like electricity is being brought to the surface just below the touch of the hand. So this blissful caress is basically a very tender, soft, slow touch, a barely there touch, almost like maybe a butterfly touch, but the intent needs to be to awaken and to energize, not to tickle, or it kind of defeats the purpose a little bit there. So this is your homework, to add this blissful caress to your lovemaking, to foreplay. And this can be just even 5 to 10 minutes for each of you, front and back of the body, each of you taking turns being the giver and being the receiver. And then the good news is that then it can continue on with lovemaking. This is different than if we were using this as a sensate focus exercise, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. So some of the purposes of this blissful caress are to help transition into lovemaking. Especially this is helpful for women or men who are stressed, because it sometimes takes a bit to get out of the, cares of your day-to-day life and kind of move into that wonderful wonderland of lovemaking. And this blissful caress can really help you to make that transition and step into the sensuality of lovemaking. Another purpose or benefit of the blissful caress is that it helps you to tune into those physical, tactile sensations, and more specifically, the sexual sensations. Also, this blissful caress is just something different, so your mind is also awakened purely because of the novelty of it. And then lastly, the blissful caress helps to assure that you're getting a little more foreplay than you might normally be getting in lovemaking, which is always helpful, especially for women. Okay, so for the blissful caress, you both need to be fully undressed, and I'll let you decide how you're going to get to that point. But you may also want to consider turning up the thermostat or having a little room heater in your room if it's cold, since you'll both basically be lying on your bed without covers. You know, this is a great time to add in your bedroom music that we talked about in the last episode. It's always fun to add candlelight as well. So decide who'll be the giver first and who'll be the receiver, and then after you've provided this wonderful blissful caress to each other on the front of the body head to toe and the back of the body head to toe, then switch after about 10 minutes or so that each of you have a turn to be the giver and receiver. When this blissful caress is part of lovemaking or foreplay, it's just great preparation for the rest of lovemaking. After the blissful caress, you can continue on and do as you will. So let's just talk about this blissful caress as part of the sensate focus exercises now. The blissful caress is week 3 of a 7-week program of intimate exercises that can help couples really start with a fresh, clean slate sexually. And it can also help couples just re-energize their sex life. So in the sensate focus exercises, the blissful caress is a standalone activity that does not lead to sexual intercourse. That's one of the real benefits of it, is that it allows you to just enjoy and focus on those sensations without having those strings attached. That may not sound like fun to a lot of husbands, but there really is great power in these sensate focus exercises. We'll have to talk about these sensate focus exercises in future episodes, but I just wanted you to be aware of the blissful caress as a step in the sensate focus exercises, which are used by many therapists. And here's some of the reasons: to build up positive, pleasurable associations, memories, and experiences with touch and sexuality, to awaken and increase sensual awareness, to get to know each other's body better, to learn to enjoy giving and receiving sensual touch without it having to lead to sex, to help couples learn to be more conscious, attentive, or more fully present in their lovemaking, and also to clear the slate and start over sexually. So your homework is to add the blissful caress into your lovemaking just sometime this week, and then even consider adding it in every once in a while to keep things fresh and energizing. The blissful caress is great sexual therapy for you and your spouse. Well, there you have it. How fun is that? I hope this gives you some fun ideas for sensually energizing your lovemaking. And be sure to share this show with others who might also want to strengthen their marriage sexually. We always welcome your thoughts at laura@strengtheningmarriage.com, or you can post your comments on the Marital Intimacy Show blog or the Marital Intimacy Show Facebook page. This has been episode number 24, The Blissful Caress, on the Marital Intimacy Show with Laura M. Brotherson. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll be back soon with more great insights for strengthening your marriage. Remember, you can always check in at our website, strengtheningmarriage.com, to learn lots more. We'd love to have you join us on our annual Couples Valentine's Cruise, so you can check that out on the website as well. Until next time, this is Laura Brotherson with the Marital Intimacy Show. Have a great day, and make yours a great marriage.